Good evening, fellow televiewers. Welcome to another edition for the No Koni Talk Zone. My name is Capo Daniel, the Ambazonia Governing Council, Deputy Defense Chief for the Ambazonia Defense Forces. Una all be welcome for this platform. As una know, this one is a platform where they speak the truth and nothing but the truth. Where they bring una critical analysis and information who una need them for make critical decision them for una life. For this show, we believe for civil liberty and free access for information. Now, why that would make sure so to provide the Ambazonian people then with all necessary information without fear or bias, fairly and boldly. For this program, we will also hold leadership them to account for make sure say everything where any leader it promise the people them that two way the leader if he produce them for our people them. So that we know the hope for something way if it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, welcome. My name is Capo Daniel, aka Sense Pass King Lukong, una own countryman. I don't come again once more for bring una an in-depth look into our liberation movement and including finishing the last part of the last episode we'll be doing for this show. As our tradition it be, I will take time for play some small music. When the music it go on, it will be a time for me to salute all people the way they participate now live with me on my YouTube channel as well as the ACN YouTube channel. So all now, I salute all man, it come good. Wanna join me, I play this music. I will salute una for YouTube. So for those who wanna watch me for una house for ground zero, me wanna know if I they talk. Now me one as I the point plays them. But I say when I do this show live, some people then they watch me also live for YouTube, and then I see their comment for corner my computer and I go to talk for them. My old computer if it don't be infected with virus, I don't change a new one. And it still get the same problem. My technician talks say maybe na it come na through my email, so we will sort that out later just in case there is any interruption. And we will continue as they say, the revolution shall not be televised. Ladies and gentlemen, you're all welcome.
Estimona Njoli Tume, the dignities of Southern Cameroon were away. CDC shall not be sold. CDC shall not be sold after destroying, selling, or closing down or removing the Yoke Power Station, the West Cameroon Development Agency, the West Cameroon Produce Marketing Board, the Santa Coffee Estate, Cameroon Bank, Radio Buya FM transmitters, Zion Choir Omkum simply say, Zion Choir Omkum simply say, a speech in time, save 9. The Cameroon Anglophone movement were away. The Southwest Elite Association were away. The dignitaries of Southern Cameroon, John Go Foncha, Eti Eno, Estimona, Njo Litumbe. We thought that you were preparing this Southern Cameroon for her youth. It is regrettable to note that Southern Cameroon have been sold. The map of Southern Cameroon have been sold. Southern Cameroon have been sold. The map of Southern Cameroon have been sold. We all have physical features. We the lay people see these moves as a calculated attempt to suck a milking cow to death. Southern Cameroon have been sold. The map of Southern Cameroon have been sold. The Southern Cameroonian kindly listen. From Kambe to Victoria, from Munemba to Menyem, Southern Cameroon is our land. Wurajin. Southern Cameroon is our land. We all have the right to fight for it. We all have the right to fight for it, even to the last soul. Norum insa. Kirumen Inkar, God of Manfako, CDC shall not be sold. CDC shall not be sold. The last symbol of Southern Cameroon to be destroyed. CDC shall, I am correct. CDC shall not. All of us have the right. I don't want to say something.
Yes, indeed, all of us have the right to fight for our country, to fight for our land. The injustice, our territory, the British Southern Cameroon, it don't suffer, no be one way, any person if he begin for talker. Our people them they don't be stripped of all their dignity, stripped of all their wealth, stripped of all their possession, their inheritance, and they are being left for beg for a Bulu Beti Turk puppet regime for La République du Cameroon. This is not what we signed for. This is not what we were promised for as a people, right from the plebiscite till today. Fellow Ambazonians, for all the generations where they done they pray, they done they cry. La Piro de Mbanga is singam, say like you dikam lengrombip, you know fi siam. There have been no future for our people. The SDF multipartism gave some glimpse of hope for our people that finally, after going through a coup d'etat where the Cameroon government used them like a reason for clamp down on our people, for put fear for the heart of our people, for cement their one-party politics, for make sure that there is no voice of dissent, to institute disappearance as a means of political expression. We don't go through a lot. We have seen no hope. Our people, they don't pray, crusade them in the 90s. This liberation movement, now an answered prayer. There is nothing God can do to liberate a people than getting the people themselves to see the light and following the light. Just like the people of Israel, where for over hundreds of years, God promised them that one day slavery will come to an end. One day he will take them to a promised land where they shall be full of milk and honey, when they shall raise their own children and teach their own children and work for their own children and work for the future of their own country, choose their king, live as free men with the freedom to express who they are and participate in their worship of their God in the manner where they choose for doer. When that moment will be reached, God will come up for heaven, can hold Israelite their hand for cross the Red Sea. He choose amongst them one of their own, Moses, will be raised in the palace with knowledge, sent in the diaspora to work for himself. Moses did not forget his people in the diaspora. Moses came back and tell the people the time have come for us to go to our own homeland. The Egyptians you see today, you shall see them no more. Fellow Ambazonians, now the God ordained time for our freedom. Now the God ordained time to put an end to our destitution, our poverty, our lack of opportunity to live in a fair and just society where we can be satisfied with any condition of our economy, knowing that we have the sole responsibility of our own future to determine our own economic prosperity in a free homeland. That time have come. We, the never again generation, are the generation we Ambazonia be the wait for. From our school days, we protest in the university, we stood up. Dr. Chuayaba, they stood up. They were driven out of university. This is a special generation, a special breed of people. We are saying this is the end of an alien rule of our territory. This is the end of a rule of a Bulu Beti clique. This is the end of tyranny, anarchy, lawlessness, corruption. This is the end of this virus called La Republic, the curse of our land. We were warned by the Nigerians, by the Americans. We were warned by by the Endelis that Nigeria is fire, Cameroon is frying pan, or whatever the difference is. We shall not be a people that can only live in frying pan or fire. We are a human race, a human people. We deserve to live in our own homeland. God will not come and lead us to our homeland. He has chosen for us leaders that we must accept to lead us. He has chosen to us institutions that we must accept and align ourselves for effective liberation. The Hebrew people, they fought with Moses. They say, "Who are you? You come from a desert. You have committed murder. There were so many excuses." But they have to come together and make that choice that this is the right voice we must follow. And indeed, they followed Moses and they were free. Today, my people, God has given to us a man from Mancon, the seat of power in Ambazonia. That man is Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba. For a long period of time, the British knew that the land of the savannah, the grass-field land, the land of Mancon lies the power hole of Ambazonia. That's why when the constitutional change in Nigeria, 1954, that granted us full autonomy as two provinces in the British Southern Cameroons. The province where we call the Savannah States was never established. The British never sent a representative there, but they sent a representative in Boya. Because they be know, say Bamenda na the powerhouse for Ambazonia. Even when John Foncha, he be take over power, he come up from Quen. He be know very well, say Mancon na the powerhouse for Bamenda, for Ambazonia. You see Ndamukong for Bamenda, and a place where the Mancon have gone to war with Quen. Damukong was part of Mancon. Mancon have gone to war with Bafut. They signed a treaty. When the British people, when the Germans were coming into our land to colonize us, the Mancon people fought alongside the people of Bafut. The family of Ayabacho, his grandfather, this one are people then way them be the power base for fight for that country. If Papa be fight with the British people for the war, where they be carried them and go fight for liberate Europe. In this man, Dr. Cho Ayaba, lies the spirit of our liberation. He is the oracle, the visionary to free our people. He is the Moses to deliver us from Cameroon occupation. The Bible says, "My children know my voice, and they will come when I call." I echo the same call of Dr. Cho Ayaba, like John the Baptist echoed the call for Jesus Christ. He says, "Behold, a Savior have come." Ambazonia, your Savior is Dr. Cho Ayaba. The devil will stand on the way. Like when we had work, they say, "Ma pikino, come." They say, "No, mami, Satan dey for road." God has only called. There will be distraction, there will be fake news, there will be propaganda, there will be blackmail. The only leader you have who have built an institution democratically is Dr. Cho Ayaba. I love all of our leaders, but I can tell you, Ground Zero, if you want freedom, if you want your destination, get into the right bus. Thank you. So that will be the beginning of our program today. In this show, I began start the program last time. At the end, I'm halfway. I'll be supposed to finish the file of Pastor Samuel Ekome after the analysis for the speech and presentation of Sikot Johnson. Today, I will do just that. But we have a lot of things that are coming up. We have the diplomatic coordination in Yaoundé, the diplomatic corps, the Canadians, the Brit, as well as the Swiss have put out tweets, and the reaction of Dr. Cho, the president of the governing council. I will get for that very soon. But ladies and gentlemen, permit me to bring you what is more pressing in the hearts of every Ambazonian. As our poster, Papa waiting to happen, he then recommend, say the issue in Bui. It be in the center of the heart of most of our people then. Na pa waiting to do, it always help we for look into many chat group them, tell we to be interested for Ambazonian people then for be addressed for this platform, and for the purpose of addressing what Papa waiting they happen, it don't talk we go talk about the incident where it happened for Bui with Insobu and No Pity. Make I bring up some of the video footages for inside the great state of Bui where it don't come up, and then I go address those issues in a while. For this image, when I see for inside Bui, where Isobu he come for address the population with the soldier them, they come for center and he come for talk to the population. Thirdly, before Cameroon military attack, we don't get death of civilians and Ambazonian fighters.
So, as I talk, FMI so booking of boys for Bui. Maybe they make a tour of Bui County today. They come reach for Jotin. No pity, come order civilian, they say may they scatter. Whether reason for that, order say me people scatter now, say wait till FMI so book stand. Maybe stand they talk with civilian in a peaceful way, civilian they listen. They come cause this order. They come cause this order for the people they study fear, almost shoot at one come for day. But we thank God. We thank God. Okay. Say God intervene. No God, no fire.
So, fellow Ambazonians, for all now that watch me for Ground Zero, who na don't up on a television, them I don't come for a house for can talk for na. One way they watch me for the app, for the ACN app, our IDPs, our people there for diaspora, our papa, our mommy them, our auntie them, our uncle them. Thing way it happen for Bui, it don't break my heart very much. And at the same thing way it don't break most of our people their heart. This boy them, now they group them where they call them restoration forces. Where them be by name, na generic name. We missing na IG, it force them. Where them they under the splinter IG group of Samuel Komesako. We don't see say this same boy them, they be don't send them they can attack ADF. Today we see how we Isobu he fight with no pity. It damn hot all we were hard. Any Ambazonian fighter we die, na a big losses for we all. Insobu, he be done kill ADF fighter than two. So he be wanted by the ADF. But our policy no be for go attack forces them when na time for war, or for try for solve this type of problem them in the middle of a war. We prefer, like in many cases them, would set our policy. Say me such fighter them they remain for their own corner where they fight for they find. Continue the fight. The time for accountability go come where we fit bring those cases them for table. We no want me any man die. We no want me any man die. We don't appeal for them on our side because people they ask say we could do something as the leading faction. We don't call a meeting for the two side for come. Isobu the warrior they be get representative them for day, and no pity be there for day. If we get representative for day today, our general for inside the Bui, General Capo, he go to meet up no pity in person, and they go to talk for we for try for influence and stop this their fighting where they fight together, because indeed it gives pain for the heart of our people then, especially when we face a mighty army like Cameroon military. So with the call for peace within this boy, they made them focus for fight La Republic. Would be they expect say people then where they be always talking at their group now our IG, they go show some level of command and control. But it show say the Sako and Chris Anu, where they always claim when this boy then take action, say that them be in control. They not actually be in control. If them be in control, then it means that they the same Isobu Midiwaka attack people, or that they the same no pity Midiwaka attack he. Because to be honest with you, Insobu the claim say no pity he don't can put install commander them for place where na he the control them, and no pity the complaint say they don't can beat the soldier them. For those type of cases, we cannot judge between them who is right or wrong, but we can always make comments for resolve issue and for bring peace between the boys them. Now the responsible thing for doing. So for our position as the ADF, we just tell them say, we fit accommodate all man, make them cease fire, make them resolve, make them talk to each other, make them negotiate, make them dialogue. If La Republic would the talk say La Republic, it fail for dialogue, now why that way war it don't be, make we too not make the same mistake. Make we begin dialogue each time we get conflict. So that appeal for both sides, meet and discuss. And we see say the absence of the IG, the splinter IG group, when they claim say that they get these forces, it shows say things that happen for ground zero, not be because of their command. Now, in spite of their command, this boy then clearly not get any respect for them. Or if they be actually get authority over this boy, then they will take charge. No house fighting against itself can stand. You cannot see ADF fighting each other because there is a clear command and control chain. Now, why would they insist? Say, for fight a war, you need a command and control chain to protect the integrity of our people. It also make me for ask them, say, who are all the 20-something groups the way they don't be listed for negotiation platform like the HD and the one now for CDN? All those groups they always say for the where are they now? If you do want to go negotiate for Ambazonia, no say that negotiation possibility, our liberation possibility, is given to us by the war between Ambazonia and La Republic. Is given to us by the fighting of these brave boys them on the ground. So, if you want to talk on behalf of the Southern Cameroon and you cannot talk on behalf of these boys, or you cannot intervene and help when they need you, then you're not qualified. You're not influential enough. So I'm asking, where is Yerima in all of this? Yerima commander for Bui. Yerima supposed for the intervene. I talk this one because this is not the first time. The time where they kidnap 29 ADF soldiers for Bui. Or they be she don't quiet. But I be very happy say time where they be kill the soldier them, at least all they be cry. They be send me messages, they be send me messages for the governing council. Say a team for prison, they be reach out. All man be the talk say this is very bad. But when they be the catch them, no man no be talk. No man no be talk anything. So the same thing they happen now, Naiwa they bring up for the public. Say if you cannot intervene when things are going bad, don't run to go and sit in the negotiation table. If you cannot lead in times of need, don't fight to lead in times of negotiation. When La Republic be bring in armored vehicles, all of them were quiet. The ADF get into work, look into expert, do everything, develop technology for explosive device. For our headquarters, we test it, we show you people the videos, we introduce it to camp by camp. We do not mind who is who. We show how they make fufu, we introduce fufu market for people then. We bring solutions. That is leadership. So, if you did not have solution for armored car, if you have not had solution, we decide to change then guns. We go into the black market, Sheikh Kabi and Benedict Kwa, to open the gateway for transfer of weapons from the black market in ground 1 into ground 0. And today everybody they go for the road, they get them. Leadership no be for PR, leadership no be for showmanship, no be for popularity. This is not a child's play. If you want to be a leader, you want to speak for Ambazonia, you better be there to solve problems. When they kill our baby Caroline for Boya, we deploy our forces on the roads to block the road. We call those who wanted to join the forces in Boya to block the road. We call for all the youths to rise up. That is leadership. That is leading the people. That is protecting the interests of the people. What did all those 24 groups, what did they do? The Scoop, the ESCO, what did they do? Nothing. They stayed quiet. As a matter of fact, the splinter IG group stayed mute for 4 days. When they killed Caroline. And there is Mountain Lions that is affiliated to them, that pays allegiance to them. They don't even have control over oh Jesus. They don't get control even for Mountain Lion. So they just wait when some group go find their money or find their way, go carry action, they'll jump. Hey, now restoration forces, now our forces. their own mob, their own power, and only for being called lockdown because an easy thing. That way they give command for tsunami, it not happen. Now Cristiano Duncan talks say me then go lock school. He actually say me then go lock school. Nobody no go. For sure, na say all of those groups, they lack what it takes to liberate Amazonia. They have the biggest opportunity because most of those groups on the ground want to be independent, they want to be affiliated with the generic names that looks good like the government. But they are not able even to take advantage of that. Even though we encourage them, we don't want to be the only group. We want other groups to be strong. I've given advice to Yerima many times to the IGK to build a defense teams, but we see only PR. Where are we going to solve problem with PR? No. Are you going to go there in negotiation to sit on the high table? Parade? Where is Honorable Weber? We need your wisdom to speak to problems like this, not only to speak nice word, say this one, everybody wants to just to be good things. No. Now we need anybody who will be leader for speak into this. Now we need the Sisiko Ebini. We don't want a baby questioning, hey, you don't support Sisiko, you support this. No. This is where you can talk. This is where leadership is tested. If you have command and control, command. Command now. That is it. Our people, there is not much we can do. As an organization, we have offered Insobu asylum. The option is still open. He can receive the asylum and we'll protect him so that the thing can die down and later on he can do what he wants to do. So that is it here. So I'll take una for give una small update before I go inside our show. La Republique du Cameroon. They don't hit. But before I take that, let me bring one of the images for last time I want for show na the attack with the Ambazonia Defense Forces then carry arm for inside Bamenda, an explosive device inside the Bamenda city, and it killed 2 La Republique du Cameroon, their military. 2 of them they get one be wounded, one be they run mad. And the reason why they bring these images then because as we talk, the Cameroon government strategically they try for make sure say there is a media blackout when it concerns attack by the Ambazonia Defense Forces because they don't understand. Say if forces then align themselves with the ADF, they could be more effective because the ADF get a good command and control structure, will get good visionary and will motivate soldiers them very well. So they avoid for sure. Our revolution is not being televised, so I bring out these images then for you so that I'm gonna see them again before I go ahead. We carry out a lot of this activity then for inside Bamenda. The media no go to show them, so it be very good. Make I bring us on time. The last time, those anti-ADF and propagandists that they talk say ADF need to fight for Bamenda, they shooting now only empty shooting them. So I decide to take the pain for get our informants on the ground and our operative for provide some images for the attacks and where they go on for inside Bamenda Meguna the Siam. The picture on the Siam for Makona, the picture of the place where the IED it be planted, it be target na La Republique their control where they be there for day, it explode for day, it killed 2 of them. Na video footage. It talk of how the commentator, how people there and stand by, they see how they remove the die body for day, they see how the La Republique military they run. Now for sure, I say each time we tell us about our attack, we report attack for inside the capital city of the Savannah State, Bamenda. It is not mainly just empty talk. You guys can call on the ground. To see to get the information. I'm getting information from our technical team, please. Okay, so these are the video from Bamenda.
You don't confuse and confuse, no play the wrong goal. Nazare Junction.
So now the attack that way will carry on for inside Brassaris Junction day, and the attack for inside GMI for inside Bamenda we attack the GMI post for day. the Bamenda Brigade still remain being at the tip of the spear, that the most fierce force will get them for ground, where they engage very vigorously for urban warfare. It is responsible for more than 60% of the military activities against La Republic of last year. For those who they try for those statistics, make them register those ones them. With the attack La Republic, the highest amount of La Republic their soldiers they don't kill them, they don't fall now for inside Bamenda. So we congratulate our general for all the 6 units, the units the way they be known and the one the way they be unknown. I want to salute in particularly at least our unit will be labeled for Alabukam, and also the one for Tanka, for Chombo, and all the other area them. No need for be specific. We put those ones outside because you already be for outside. So we congratulate the Ambazonia Defense Forces them for the wonderful attack the way they done carry out. We also see say we done hit La Republic very very badly. I go bring them. La Republic they get a plan for hit Ambazonia for all the two for both the Savannah and the Atlantic states for the control area they will control them for a long time. So what we will do now say General, our Supreme Commander, our leader on the ground, General Efang, he be the visit for inside the great state of Momo, or our community school them. He be can there with a convoy of 4 vehicles them inside our liberated areas. And we know very well say La Republic, he track down those vehicles them and they plan for attack them. So when he be there, he be stay there for a considerable amount of time. It be been a plan for lose La Republic. They fall for the trap. We hear say they be the plan the attack. So then send a convoy of over 20 military vehicles. We hit them hard. We intercept them in 2 different places. The images one be Siam, it been the one way they take them out for how they leave out of Bamenda for Bangui Road. I think so. When I see those videos, them would put them out there for the purpose for still show them. I will still bring them up for pass them for screen. Make our people then still they remember and then they see the glory for their forces them. I would not say that vehicle, the armored vehicle will be shattered, and all people them inside they probably die. So for this video footage is what I release them for outside, it show how one armored car it can stand, they go for inside the vehicle, they go extract the dead body them for day. We know say 4 La Republique du Cameroon, their military, they be confirmed by their media outlets, them say they be die for day, but we are forces them for ground, they talk say, they ensure say no person survive that particular attack. We then also get footages for that particular armored vehicle. We show them after. I hope say not the right one. This I will show them. No, not this one. The footages it can be shown after. I think they be out there already. So I not get off my computer right now, but I hope say when I get them through social media. So as La Republique, they be the plan for attack. Our ADF forces them for inside Momo. Our forces then intercept them. We even a trap, we intercept them and we destroy 2 of their trucks, and it caused them huge casualties. I think when I see the bullet retail vehicles for La Republique du Cameroon, and a tweet from the commander-in-chief of the Ambazonia Defense Forces, Dr. Chua Yaba, we also comment about the attack will take place on the 17th. So since the 14th, every single day we don't get encounter and huge operation them. From the 14th, from we come right down to Mbeme for inside the great state of Manu. We also ask me what people then continue for fund the resistance because we use huge amount of weapons and bullets, and we need to replace them early before we use them. That means say the bullets then for next month we need to start prepare for them now. So please do your part and support the resistance as usual. I will also want for Teguna, for instance, Beme. Now one of the 2 places then that way our forces that don't get encounter with them. Our forces that don't take full control of huge part and will expand and consolidate the liberated zone them inside Manu area in particular. So I will give some short video footage, make you at least see our forces them for inside Manu. Just a glimpse, make you see where they are command so they do them.
Oh, they command to this. Now this Now they command to this.
So inside the liberated zone, we will expand, we will consolidate, and we will also consider right now for begin train even civilian volunteers for give them basic military training. This is being considered in the War Council, and the Governing Council will have the last say because it involves civilians. So it does not. It's not a policy yet, but we want our people in the liberated area to know. So we experienced two of our units in Manu, in Beme in particular, were hit by La République du Cameroon, and we have killed one of their commander. His name is called Liwi. He's a commander who came. He's a commandant gendarmerie. He came there with with two other gendarmerie. All of them were neutralized. A vehicle was confiscated. A brown is it gray or something like that? Gray vehicle was seized in that operation. Two of the guys he was together with them died, and a civilian. The civilian, it did like na person way they be seize the motor, then forcing me drive them, but the civilian be killed. Unfortunately, we regret the loss of that particular civilian, but we don't kill the commandant for La République du Cameroun, the gendarme. We come inside Meme, and we also we don't hear say La République they don't lock the road for a cock to Meme as a result, and they try for impose a lockdown. Make una no be surprised, Chris. I no go come out declare that lockdown. So they talk say for these 5 days them they no go allow any transportation for fuel and food. So they want a collective punishment for our people. Then we did try to stop supplies from coming in from Biafra. So we will react appropriately in our own way of choosing. I will bring on video footages for one of those vehicles then where they attack one of our position. They attack two. The attack of Commander Bruta, a unit for Commander Bruta where they neutralize the gendarmerie commandant for inside Beme, inside one area from Beme, and then the other one the attack where they come with them. The attack na the position where we be mounted by Scatter, Commander Scatter. Na he be the mission commander for inside Beme. They attack the location also using a private vehicle. I will play the video. And that attack, we repaired the attack. They opened fire. We lost a brave soldier. And I go on for take time for salute this our hero. We done lost total of 5 soldiers. And it pain our heart each time we lost a fallen hero across the territory. 2 in Beme in Manu and 3 in the great state of Bui. And we also have lost one of our key member of our transitional authority in Bui. And we will get to that when the protocols are completed in the War Council. But for now, I want to pay tribute to one of our youth, one of my favorite soldier. Unfortunately, we cannot give their names now. These are Ambazonians who have abandoned life and put their life on the line to fight to make sure that the next generation do not go through what our people are going through. So our brave hero, we salute you and we say rest in power, and make sure that even in your spirit you continue to battle the mantle you have given us, the journey you have started. We will make sure we complete them. Our hero, rest in power. And these are the heroes that have bought the land with their blood. We have a duty to make sure we complete this journey and make sure that La République will pay dearly for these crimes that have brought us to a point where we have to fight for our life, fight to defend our dignity, our humanity, and our territorial integrity. So I will bring una directly to the video footages from inside Beme for the attack where we carry. This one are from the unit of Scatter. Make I bring una this video footage.
The motor that they cover the number plate.
So this motor will be used by the Cameroon military. Now we know that the owner for this vehicle, the Cameroon military, the RSC, then will put out the number plate. And a couple of people they don't contact with, they don't inform me, say they be arrest the driver, they force me carry Cameroon, their military personnel, the way they want come in front of a convoy. Where be the plan for attack with from Beme. As the vehicle they come in front, the military they open fire. Now say we lost a soldier, they shoot a soldier for the either one of the soldiers who lost it through the wound way incurred from this particular attack. And see open fire, our soldier they return back fire, they neutralize everybody way be there inside this vehicle. The Cameroon military then they follow up with an advanced team of 7 armored vehicles. They come for this location, they come carry their dead body, then go back, and our soldier then continue to attack them. Later on, they abandon the vehicle. So these video footages they take them after they abandon the vehicles. I think they withdraw, they move their dead there or something like that. They go. So this is the footage, the aftermath of that operation.
Action. Then that they all move them. Ambazonia but muna see am. Na motor dey use am so. Na we see am I say na blood that na bullet that the car attack. We don't show them. Today 14 Sunday from Bemina we be that. Na we see am the motor this so. We don't show them. Na big number. We picking them. Na big number. Na major commander house scatter na be that. Na be that. The motor this. Na me. Na motor this. Na me be scatter. Na yeah was scatter be that. Na motor this so. They cover the number plate. Na bag the call the mic.
They no do no na me be scatter. Mission commander.
Na be that. Ask you. Ambazonia people. Ambazonia Sham. Na magazine this. We need to get in a bokan. 2014 na Sunday. For example, Beme. Can Africa when the magazine don't pick up today so. Na motor they use am attack we road over road. Na don't look am. E kuku na be wish. Una look am fine. Una see am. Na grandeur boy. Na be this. Na me call the Buddha the talk under the.
So those are video footages where they come from inside Beme. It show the aftermath where La Republic then use a civilian vehicle for place an advanced team. Una fisi say for the chair, for the back chair, they don't move the chair where miss they be ready packed for the get guns and probably ready for ambush our team. But they were ambushed and they were neutralized. The advanced team they successfully extract their body maybe and their weapons and for they. But I think they will pick some of they drop behind some bullets and some magazines of bullets there. We will continue to defend Meme and expand, and we are on our way to Buea. Buea, we check you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I go take una directly for the diplomatic, big diplomatic breaks and way they come. I will see say they meet in the retreat where we'll get them for Canada, organized by the CDN. It then send a very powerful and positive signal to the international community, and we'll see their reaction. And it means that the decision will be taken for participate for the CDN retreat. It was the right thing to do, as we now see from the communique from our president of the governing council. It was a very hard decision for us to take to sit together with people of various backgrounds and representing various opinions and proposition about the interests and the way forward for our territory. It will be very difficult for us, especially with Agbobala, given the fact that it be led with down when this struggle will be start, and will consider it as an enabler and a colonialist apologist, but we do the right thing for sit there we want to make Amiguna know say it be a very tough things them. There were people waiting there for inside the governing council, especially from the ADF, where they be just want to exchange punches with us. But the leadership, they will make the right decision, say make we go there for sit there and also for send a powerful message for our population, say we are willing to talk with ourselves and we are willing for sit down and take the challenges to the enemy and to convince those who then get different opinions, say the right thing to do now for stand together with the population where majority want independence. And we achieve that at the end of the day. Agbobala in one-on-one conversation with our members, it reflect a complete change in heart of the man, and we can also say we won a lot of friends that day, and all the various different opinions, those for federalism, unionists, and those for peace, they all accepted, and they come to the conclusion that it is the will of the people that matters, that all of us, different groups, should stand and say what the people want should be established. And that was a big achievement. So we see the diplomatic call for inside Yaoundé, the diplomatic call. Give me a minute. We also say the diplomatic call for Yaoundé. They then send out a couple of tweets from the various diplomatic missions, and it shows say all the tweet them then carried the same writing. They write the same thing for all the tweet them, where it shows say that they coordinate themselves for respond, for send an unequivocal message for La République du Cameroon and to us as well. For the message, we see the United States, the ambassador Christopher Lomera also is sent the same statement, with the Switzerland representative for Yaoundé, the ambassador Pietro Laziri, he also sent the same. The Canadian High Commissioner Mr. Richard Bell also sent the same message and the message is be clear. The diplomatic corps, they condemn the attack against civilians and particularly against children who would see how La Republic is keep picking them. They be very, very strong about that one. They attack also against students, they condemn them, and they make a particular statement. They say now is the time for real inclusive dialogue. Now is the time for a new approach. That means something new. And this tweet them, it points to the direction for the indications where they then begin to talk am. As we see, a top American diplomat, Thibault Nagy, the former Secretary of State for African Affairs, he then come out to give a very powerful message to the American, to the world, and to the Cameroon government. And he talked for the Twitter, say the Camerooni policy for fight for choose the war option, it will lead to the speedy creation of Ambazonia, the realization of the will of the people. And he go down for talk, say bullets cannot stop the will of the people. This one give us a clear indication, say the world, the international community, they come around the fact, say Ambazonians, their will now for separation and the realization of Ambazonia, a restoration of our sovereignty and territorial integrity will be established because of Mr. Paul Biya's desire to fight war. We know that Paul Biya and his Bulu Beti will not back down because this one has spoiled child of the French government and there is no will for them to stop the war. Dr. Cho Ayaba, the leader of our War of Liberation, he then react for Twitter as well. He talks, say he then welcome these statements from the diplomatic corps and he then accept these statements them as well. We then see say big researchers like Clapton, they then come out also for talks in a time for the Western war for make a proposal, in a time for them to decide on which way they feel say be the solution for this war between Ambazonia and La Republique. And everything it points to the indication say the world will accept our will for our people to live free. And this also it will be reflected in many other forums. We then see say even the United States, their Congress, it then release a statement, a research statement. Unfortunately, I never put the flyer. I hope say see our TV go put that up. They then put up a statement where it talks say basically na a research, na a framework for the foreign policy of America, and that research work it classify two things. I know say people them the way they're going to be interested in what you talk about the splinter IG group, as he talks say they are not really the IG, it's a splinter group, and that is the same thing I've been saying all along. There is no way Sako can claim that he represents the IG because the IG belongs to Siseko. But more importantly, this document, which is a framework to form American foreign policy, it clearly for the first time acknowledge and state the fact that Southern Cameroon and Cameroon, the French Cameroon, they will be colonized or administered as two separate countries. The difference, I say, previously, our colonizer and recolonizer Cameroon and France, they be the twist them for give the impression, say Cameroon will be governed by the British people and then the other Cameroon will be governed by the French people so that the two of them will come together or they were being governed with the mindset that they will become the same territory. No. Southern Cameroon was administered alongside Nigeria with no intention to unite, while French Cameroon was being administered by the French with no intention. They are two separate countries. But there is a fundamental incorrect statement in that document, which we must correct. The United States research document for the Congress incorrectly state that there was a referendum that forms the basis for our union with La République du Cameroon. That is totally incorrect. And in an era of Black Lives Matter, where the whole world and the American people have risen up in solidarity with the black people whose history have been twisted by fascist and racist people, have stood that the right history should be spoken. Joe Biden, the Democratic Party, even to an extent, the Republican Party in America, they are all standing as one people to say that the history of the black people must be correct. And this is a case where they have to get it right. There was no referendum for Southern Cameroonians to join La République. It was a plebiscite. Plebiscite, unlike referendum, have no obligation for the government to act on it. The plebiscite was simple to inform the parliament, the House of Assembly of Southern Cameroon, of the opinion of our people when it comes to unite with Nigeria or unite with La République du Cameroon. Why a referendum has an obligation for the government to act upon it. It was just a plebiscite. The House of Assembly never received the formal deposition of that plebiscite result or a proposal from AHIJO, the executive branch, to deliberate and debate and decide on rectifying that document so that we could unite with Cameroon as intended by the resolutions 1608. Neither did we have our executive branch act upon that plebiscite to get into a union treaty with La République. Dr. Cho Ayaba have tweeted and rightly stated that the root causes must be addressed, and that is the root cause. It is the failure and violation of the resolutions of 1608 and the violation of the resolutions of the constitutive section 4 of the Constitutive Act of the African Union, as well as the various related charters of the United Nations Organization, will clearly state, say, for expand any territory or for unite any territory, it will require to get into a union treaty. There is no union treaty. There is no constitutional union between both states, as our assembly never adopted any union treaty with La République or any union form with La République du Cameroon. So that should be registered and that should be cleared. There is also an issue, before I get to the amber to amber issue, there is also an issue of publications coming in from Nigeria, where it talks, say, Ambazonian forces that attack a state in Taraba. I want to be very clear to the international community and reflect the statement of our commander-in-chief and our spokespeople, and to inform the Nigerian people that that is not true. The Ambazonian Defense Forces and Ambazonian forces that are known and that are in our network did not attack Taraba. It is also falsely stated in Nigerian newspaper that the Ambazonian people are laying claim to the northern British Cameroon. That is the northern part of the British territory, which was part of our territory that had joined Nigeria. That is also false, and that is propaganda. The Ambazonian Governing Council recognizes the integration of northern British Cameroon into Nigeria. They had integrated in Nigeria, and we do not lay any claim to that territory as being part of our territory. This is a propaganda and a ploy by the Nigerian government that is trying to manipulate public opinion vis-a-vis the aspiration of the Ambazonian people. We do not claim the part of northern British Cameroon that joined Nigeria. We have zero ambition of territorial aggrandizement, and the Nigerian press should be informed. Ambazonian forces are in an alliance with the Biafran movement, following the alliance signed between our leader Dr. Cho Ayaba and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The scope of that alliance is being implemented on the ground, and we will not be shy to take claim or responsibility for actions we carry or actions we will carry if we do decide to do so. But we have made it clear to the Nigerian government there will be a price for Nigeria to pay in collaborating with La République du Cameroon. There will be a price for participating and allowing Cameroon forces to move into Nigeria to go after our refugees who are under international protection. There will be a price for that. Nigerian government should stop collaborating with the Cameroon government to impose Cameroon rule on sovereign Ambazonian territory. The Southern Cameroon is an independent and sovereign territory. Cameroon have no claim over Southern Cameroon territory, Ambazonia. It is stated clearly in the Green Tree Agreement between Nigeria and Cameroon that both Nigeria and Cameroon should withdraw back to their territory as they attain their independence. Southern Cameroon was not part of La République du Cameroon when they attained their independence, and they should withdraw from our territory. Nigerians should know that we did not carry out any attack in Nigeria, and there is no group in Ambazonia that have claimed to have carried out such attack in Nigeria. Such messages have no basis. The governor that made that claim have not provided any evidence, and we certainly are coming to the Nigerian people to inform them and to deny that we participated or any forces that represent Ambazonia participated in such attacks. That is just propaganda. So, ladies and gentlemen, to go to the last segment, I will continue the last presentation that I was presenting about what was going on. A very shameful day have come upon us due to the activity once again from the leader of the Splinter IG group, Pastor Samuel Ikome Sako. We then get numerous accounts from people within that movement of infiltration. One of those came from the recent one came from Mr. Sikor Johnson, where he explained how La Republique then send Iringwa me go work with Sako for America. Iringwa where a brother na Cameroon military, Mr. Henry, when I picture this for here. Now he currently be the so-called county head for inside the Sako administration. He be an active duty military man. He did work with Colonel Bankwe and a call for La Republique according to the information provided by Sikor Johnson. Sikor Johnson and man we don't work with them very closely. Now he be the main coordinator for commando where he be of the TTA. There is no reason for us to doubt as he no be an ADF person, he be a neutral person for this claim. A week before that, we also hear from the representative where be the coordinator for Grandpa for Bali, Mr. Tita Babila, where they for Canada. He to explain how member them for Sako a group, then talk me their soldier, then go for some place for go make ambush, where we been a trap for La Republique. The one go to La Republique, they be already there for day. They almost kill 10 of their soldiers. Then. We don't hear news after news of infiltration, corruption, and all those things of bribery and everything. And it will be disservice for our people if I don't bring out this information that I want to bring today. This one a leak audio messages for a meeting with Sako Igetan with the cabinet members where they don't begin for leak them now because them too they don't begin tired of the corruption we did for inside Sako administration.
Nothing is really cheap, sir.
Oh, sorry. So, ladies and gentlemen,
nothing is really cheap.
So, ladies and gentlemen, time and time again, we don't talk about the possibility. Time and time again, we don't talk for our people about the corruption, the scandals, and the shame, blackmail, we will get them as a people and as a liberation movement where they come from the Splinter IG group. We don't see the research document published by the United States, their Senate, where they inform their government about how to deal with we the people of Southern Cameroon. Inside that document, they clearly states that the people them, some group there for this Ambazonian, their movement, where they use disinformation. When I be know say Sako it become out for lie, say United Nation, he don't invite Southern Cameroon for can talk for decolonization committee. That one na blackmail. And the international community, they hear all those things them. How on a feel say they do respect we will get leader them way they do this type of things. They come out the lie for population, direct lies about the international community, things that are not happening. So it's a very shameful thing. But this is just part of who we are. And I have to bring it to you, unfortunately, for you to listen. For this particular audio, it be leaked from Sakoi administration, a cabinet, where then they for inside fundraising, for raise money, for give for Sako, for a day-to-day life. Because now the IG, now from donation from the IG, where Sako they collect money for pay house rent, for chop, for sending pikin for school. Before Sako the one become the the acting interim president for Seseko, he no begin work from all information we done here for people where stay with he be first work like a wash night for prison yard, After he lost that job, he be day for house, day na on welfare. Since he started revolution, he get money on after day. I want to see the same thing for Chris Anu. My fellow Ambazonians, me, I been a worker. I been an engineer, a specialist for filtration. I dey work every day. I dey can't find time for do the struggle. So I know firsthand which way mean for financial security and which way money fit do am for person. I know when I don't work very well, at the end of the month I dey get my salary or I dey expect for get salary. How confident I dey dey for my life for work around know say I get small money or I fit take care for my picking their school fees, handle everything what I fit do and even support the struggle and help some few people them back home. I know that feeling how it be where you don't save money for bank, how bold you fit be. So now a very big incentive if place where your money dey comot it be threatened and the type of things where if you do and for protect your money. Now why that way be important say for liberation struggle like this, make people them no stand for in front where they rely on this struggle for their own day-to-day life. It be very dangerous as Sudan and for Sako. Now some of the reason this way they take decision them way the help na the struggle but for their own personal benefit. Now why that way when Seseko is he ban Chris Anu and the Constituent Assembly for the IG, if fire Sako, it will be difficult for you to go. Even the money we then contribute for my trip to Boya, it take an all it chopper. So when I listen for this audio for a cabinet meeting, when I already see the face for Ambazonia, their IG splinter IG group where they claim to represent we. When I listen.
Nothing is really cheap, sir. No, it's like 8,000.
Because plenty people might pick for them.
Yeah,
they don't go Europe, don't sleep, so I don't know how they go on. So we have to do that so that I get a certain round figure what is here.
Yeah.
So now Sako this he try for raise money $2,000 for himself. 2,000, only 2,000 for himself, for a house, for pay house rents, for pay all in them. Now he for inside county member, inside a group them. When I be here say either nominate over 76 how they call them minister all this position of a cabinet, 76 members, close to 80 members cabinet. So the reason I say it give people them position, so that people them will get an obligation for the donate money as soon as we hear for this audio. Very sad. Now listen.
Okay. $2,000. So I will go away.
Let the countdown begin.
I don't have a chop. Oh, we will get $25. We 80. The money don't pass no expensive.
Right. Let's go.
So now a whole person this way they call itself say president. They come for do it they call and say presidential basket. When they hear the person where he moderate, he talk say if all them then 80. Now the 80 people in that way Sakura put us in a cabinet member. All them they pay money for them now for Sakoi upkeeping. Me guarantee their position there as we be dancing later we come out. Say be the talk say if they want go make peace with La Republic, Cameroon must guarantee say get 80 people there, they must give them work. So now the 80 people then that way they talk for they say if all them contribute $20 or $25 for give for Sako for chopper, maybe for buy gun for ground zero. Sako na whole president that a super person call himself a president. Now he's talk, let the count begin. For raise money for himself.
They raise for the $2,000 with 50. Let's go.
Okay, I follow you 52.
No.
It's still your money no come, my money no come. Someone will start at now. So any man he hand it up.
Very shameful.
No, all man, I think I save it up.
Dr. Ambe also.
He has
die.
Who's gonna hand it up?
Now man this way the council, no doubt wait till the do
$2,000.
They find $2,000 for Gambo Sako. Pocket money.
Hand it up. Any hand it up?
Yes.
My patient, my pay, oh my God. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Yes, I've been at work.
Yeah, thank you, Jesus. See desperation for meet up with person in day-to-day living expenses. And then with one fight, it would fight now against Cameroon, where you get all the resources the way they fit get them for the world and get all the money. So if somebody is so desperate, even to meet up with his day-to-day need, How una go do fise go stand against Cameroon, you no go take bribe? Or you go take negotiation just because they go to give it deal or they give them allowance, travel allowance, small allowance. This is really, really bad. This is really a big national security risk that we can allow somebody to be in this type of a position like this. When I hear,
I don't call Dr. Osong. Me can't have we.
I don't call chairman, so I don't see now.
I never get time for reach out to my special people them. So
now Sakoda system they take your phone, the call people, they say me they can't donate. Just imagine Ayabacho, who is working, he has a company under his name. He's an employer, employ people in the ADF. When we need money, we call Ayabacho. Ayabacho will remove his money and borrow us $10,000. Ayabacho. In the control finances, there is no money coming to him. If he wants money spent, he will make requisition order like all of us. Like if I want money spent on his project, I will make requisition order, justify it. It will go to a committee, they will vote. And then there is a follow-up committee to come back and check how that money was spent, to evaluate and see how it was well spent or not, so that measures can be taken to make sure that there is no wastage. But now a person needs to call himself president. They call people on the telephone, say me they can't donate money for you, $2,000 for a day up, for a day keeping.
I will just put $100 for Nijilos name.
Oh, thank you so much, sis. Thank you, $100 for Nijilos. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So, wait.
You know, but me at the counter, no worry. Me at the counter.
Oh, you the counter?
Yes. They don't go.
Let me say, Sako is a video paper and pen. Do an ambung. As one people they call and do an ambung. He said, I'm counting it. Don't worry. No money, no loss. He count them. How many people they contribute? Do another 100. He said, oh yes, 100. Yeah. Would I suffer? Would I hear?
Okay, don't bad. Okay. So
shake body.
Shake body. Oh.
Yeah.
Shake
body. Shake body. Ambazonia.
Comrade Richard, you can't bail me out.
Bail me out. A person where they call himself president, they call Comrade Richard. Small picking them. When I can't bail me out. When I can't help me. Help. Ambazonia. When I be talk say when I want leave, when I want a person where is try nyang bling, it dress like pobia. God dang give una the real one. Sakona mockery for Ambazonia. Sakona a mockery. Now God away for mock we. For way to run do am for the nationalist leader the way God gave for we. Sakona a mockery for we. When I be talk say when I no one say Ayabacho no get PhD. So even a Kwanga too. Even though it don't change to do, I be talking no get PhD. Now God dang you now even one way getting a fake Bonamosa the printed PhD for your own day.
Oh, hold on. This is somebody.
Yeah.
Come and launch it. Thank you so much. Come and launch it. This is the house.
My money remained 1,250 would go up.
Now either the talk Sako say my money remain now 1,200. So man no fit doubt before they go bring all the type of licking they go can't deny say na lie. When I hear the talk and say my money now remain now $1,200. A so-called leader we want lead the country. Where? When I hear?
1,250 would go up. Yeah.
Come and launch it. Thank you so much. Come and launch it. This is the house.
My money remained 1,250 would go up.
1,250. I beg, President the county. I'm gonna put my hand over.
Yeah.
Where?
So I made another call. Dr. MM has given me, rescued me with the $100 that I said was many. So Dr. Gwambe, take note of that. So I can make my closing, get your figures, make my closing remark, and see if I can have some sleep.
So Nasako that begging money. I will not insult anybody. I will just say it is very sad. It's a disgrace. is a disgrace to all of us as a people, as a nation. This is embarrassing. It's terrible. I can't say anything anymore. I can't. I'll leave it at there and tell our people that we are forging new alliances for the protection of the aspiration of our people. We have made concessions, sit down with enablers because we want the Ambazonian aspiration for independence to be established. We have sent the right signal to the international communities and they are responding in kind. We call on our soldiers on the ground to be disciplined, to follow command and control, to protect our civilians, not to attack or kidnap for ransom. We know that there have been some decisions made on the ground that the leadership have endorsed. That people who are going to live in Yaoundé and being parachuted into our territory by Mr. Paul Biya's regime to do propaganda video, like many of them will come on stage and they go back. They have to pick up some of the cost of this war. So if you hear some of those people who do these things, their property being held in the villages and they're asked to pay money, my brothers, my sister, understand the time we are living in. We have to do what we have to do to free our people. All our soldiers, always remember, you are a liberator. Stand on the side of the population. Don't forget your mission. Yes, there are people that the Cameroon government may use as spy. Be vigilant. Take your time to establish facts. Nobody should be targeted because of their political opinion in Ambazonia. We have shown that discipline when it comes to the case like the phone of Banso von Binglo. When he was arrested, we stood for him as a matter of principle. Not that we do not know that he's a bad man or he will betray us later. But we don't kill people or attack people who have not yet committed a crime. We let him go. Now he's a wanted man. We will be on the right side if he's picked up. We have arrested Frundi several times and released him. We do not persecute people for political opinion. We challenge and debate with our own. So the international community should be assured that the Ambazonia Governing Council does not target people who are standing for peace, people who are standing for federalism, people who are standing for one Cameroon because of their political opinion. We go after individuals who are working with the Cameroon military to provide active intelligence. And also, we act as a vanguard because Cameroon, the injustice that have become law with the Cameroon government is that they have banned our nationalism. And they want to make space for people of other opinion to be projected over those who cannot speak. That's why we cannot allow political manifestation of people who have the opinion that Cameroon want to project as a matter of national security. That is the justification of us arresting enablers and collaborators who are actively campaigning for Cameroon union within our territory, because we have to safeguard the integrity of our population and our aspiration. The Cameroon government, on the other hand, is publicly killing people who carry their Ambazonian flag, assassinating them. So for us to sometimes question these people who come in CPDM uniform within our territory is within our right. It's within our national security. It's for the betterment of Ambazonia. For our population, once more I will appeal to you to uphold the 4 pillars of our liberation movement. First, the Monday goes down, which is important. It is the only way our population can manifest their will and their desire to be free and separate. Second, the boycott of all Cameroon government institutions in our territory, the ban of Cameroon government schools, in promotion of the institutions that we have built, the transitional authority and our educational system, community schools. Thirdly, economic boycott and economic sabotage. Do not buy from Cameroon company at all costs. Do not export to Cameroon, and stop all exportation of our products through Douala and through the Cameroon government. Stop it. Stop all critical infrastructure in exploiting our resources so that even the international community will not benefit unless Ambazonia is free. So, uphold the four pillars of our liberation movement and we will be fine. We are on the right track. Today, we are also receiving messages that even in La République du Cameroon, things are changing. We are now seeing Dieudonné Esombe, one of those people who have a fair mind, who have demonstrated capability of rational thinking, telling Cameroon that it is time for Cameroon to start prepare itself that there will be a Cameroon without Ambazonia. And I think that sums it up for today. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. For the sake of our TV, who is going to be, they'll be trying to cut me off, and so that other programs can run, I'm going to play music that you will be playing as we prepare for me to sign off. God bless you all. Have a good day.